We are live and direct. It is Monday, April 10th. Hope you guys had a great Easter. It's time for some live song reviews. Let's get into reviewing your.
We are live and direct.
It is Monday, April 10th.
Hey, Brad.
Hope you guys. It's time to review your music. I'm going to give you feedback on your mixes, your mastering, your production, your songwriting, your structure, arrangement, all that good stuff. If it's your first time joining us here on the live song reviews, I'm Bradley Deniston. This is Radium Records in Hollywood, California, and we produce, mix, master, and compose and do sync licensing and all sorts of stuff, everything in music. So I've been doing this for over 25 years now. Been in music in the industry for about 15 years. I've worked on Grammy, Oscar, Emmy nominated work, Academy Award nominated work, Golden Globe nominated work, platinum records, worked with multiple platinum artists. I've worked on big movies that have grossed billions of dollars. And I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to give you some of my time and some of my expertise and knowledge and experience to help you make better records. So if you don't appreciate my feedback, that's cool too. Like I'm not here. This isn't communist America. Like I'm not here to tell you exactly what to do with your music. You don't have to listen to me. But if you're on the show right now, then you probably want some advice on your music. And that's what you're looking for, some feedback. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and give you guys the best feedback that I can give you right here from my studio here in Hollywood. And I am listening on some amazing speakers in a very tuned room and with ears that have heard a lot of different things. So I'm just here to help, guys. Now, if you get something out of the show, the only thing I ask of you guys, you get something out of this, you get a tip, you get a trick, you take this and apply it to your music, you get a laugh, you get a little entertainment, you make a new friend, you connect with someone here. All I ask is that you share the show. Show love. Thumbs up. I know it's really hard because it's not a part of our society anymore to give thanks and be grateful and appreciative, but for fuck's sake, share the damn show. All right, got that out of the way. Who's in the house? See who's up. See who's up. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Philippe? Philippe's always in the house, all the way from across the world. All right, it's got to be like, what, 3 a.m. over there? Yo, it's good to see you. Yeah, Eric, I try to do these as often as possible. It's really tough when you're really busy. And then NAMM's coming up this weekend, towards the end of the week, I think Thursday. I'll be at NAMM on Friday. Try to connect with me if you can. I'll be going to dinner with Antares, Auto-Tune. They want to take me to dinner, and I'm going to be connecting with some other people there, so would love to see you guys. He's not sharing this shit. Oh, I'm a badass. Oh, look at me, I'm tough. It's good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. What's up, Scott? All right, let's get into the music. We got quite a few songs. I'm going to go in order of upload unless you're part of the channel, which is $5 a month, and then you could skip the line. So that's up to you. And if you do like what you hear tonight and you get something out of it, you get some game, you can also donate to the channel to help support me doing more live song reviews and helping you guys and giving you more game and doing more content, because I do this for free. I actually lose money doing content like this, so not like saying that you guys owe me anything, but doing it because I like it and it's fun. So let's get into it. Oh babe, 04K, let's lock in. Alright, so if you've been here before, you know I don't review instrumentals just because I would bore the shit out of myself giving y'all feedback on instrumentals. Man, that kick drum, bro. Yeah. So I'm not going to review that. Drinking Final by Stan Hill. Let's get into it. Drinking, I think, is the name of the song by Stan Hill. What's up, Drew Knight?
Drinking, 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 drinking. I get faded till I can't rethink it. I've been missing time, I can't breathe. Every time I try, I end up blanking out. Am I just a journey or the destination? Tell me right now, you know I put in my resignation. Ain't no ventilation, ice cold for you, baby. Lately, I've been feeling low, low lately. Can you pick me up? Ice glow when you shake me. Come back to my senses, never fold, ain't no faking me. She said, where you taking me? Wherever I go, I know. Memories come and go, blinking, you gon' miss it. I woke up, I think I missed it. I can't get it back, backtrack, turns to reminiscing. I can never seem to listen, stuck in my past like the 80s, baby. Tryna make it last like the 80s, baby. Wherever I go, I need you to come. Wherever I go, wherever I drinking, 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 drinking. I get faded till I can't rethink it. I've been missing time, I can't breathe. Every time I try, I end up blanking out. Drinking, drinking.
Okay. Here's something we can give some feedback on. First thing I'm gonna say is I really like the melody. I think that's hot, man. Like drinking, 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 da 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 da. Like very R&B, still got some pop flavor, has some throwback R&B to it. I really like that. I think that's super hooky. It's very catchy, and I think it's something that'll get stuck in people's heads. You know, simple, repetitive melodies that have a little bit of an arc, right? I think that's super important. So you nailed that. That shit's super on point right there. The drinking part. Love it. As far as everything else goes, it's a little bit like not so memorable. I'm just kind of like, like, cause you kind of stay there. I like to hear you like move down a little bit more in the melody or go somewhere else with like the verses. That being said, this is a really, really short song. It's only 2 minutes long. And I feel like it's over by right here, like a minute 32, you know, you're blank out and then you go back to the kind of chorus outro. You can like maybe define it a little bit more with more structure and like having definitive verses versus the chorus, right? Because all I remember is the drinking, 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 da 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 da. And then from there on out, it just feels like that's all it was an idea. Like I had this idea for a chorus, but that's all I got. So I'm just gonna make this 2 minutes and then put some effects and stuff and like kind of try to make up for the lack of arrangement with like effects and vocal chops and stutters and all this shit. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but like, where's the story? Where's the, you know, like I want to hear about like, okay, you're drinking, you black out, like what is the, like there's got to be something else there. There's something there that it's missing. Overall, the biggest mix note I have is that you have so much low end and sub in here that there's no way you'll get this to a competitive level. Like I have to turn my speakers up pretty loud for this. It's just not mastered loud enough to really even be competitive, which means you have to give up a little bit of that voltage in the bottom, like the bottom. The kick drum's already starting to distort, which means you just got a lot of distortion. Maybe it's like saturation on the kick drum, on the bus. Maybe you're clipping it with like a soft clipper or something. But it sounds musical, but once you bring it to a competitive level, it's going to be destroyed. It's just going to be like, you know what I mean? So you got to be really careful with that low end. The vocal does sound a little too puny for me too. Like it feels really tiny. But everything else, like it sounds pretty cool. Like I like the track. I think that it feels like an idea right now. Like if I got in the room with the writer and we were like cutting this, it'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a dope hook. All right, now where do we go from there? You know what I mean? Like I'd be sitting here, you know, producing this song and going, okay, now, all right, now let's talk about, you know, what the problem is with your drinking, or like what happens when you go drinking. Like take us into some events, like take us through a story, take us through a night out, take us through, you know, some fun shit. And then like, you know, build a visual kind of paint paint a visual picture in our head about what that is to go out with you and like go drinking with you. Like I want to know, like, is that hella fun? Is that like turn up time? Like, is it silly, goofy? Is it like, are you trying to be sexy here and you trying to talk to women or men or whatever you're into? You know what I mean? But like for real, like I want a little bit more to the song, because like I don't know, I don't want to like have to listen to the song and like have to, you know, really listen. I want it to pull me in, and then I want a story to be told, and then the hook to, you know, keep me humming and catching. So I don't know, what do you guys think? I always love your guys' opinions and your comments because they're really funny. A lot of them. Great effects and arrangement. All right, yeah, I disagree about the arrangement. I don't think it's that great. Okay, huh? I don't know what that is. I think it needs a second vocal. Yeah, that would be dope. Like a rapper comes on, or yeah, because like you don't want another R&B singer on it. I think that'd be weird. Yeah, like what is it like after blacking out? Like what happened the next day? Some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like where else are we going with it? All right, cool. All right, let's move on. I like that track. It was good. It was good. Who was it? Drinking Stan Hill. All right. That's what's up. Nathan Chester, As Good As It Gets. Let's go. Okay, so right away for me, when the drums and the bass and everything come in, it sounds completely scooped. It sounds so weird. The beginning was cool. Like I was like, oh shit, where's this going? Where's this going? And then it's like, the fuck happened? Where'd the band go? So I don't know if that's an effect still, but let's keep going. This just like the bass is not there. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know what happened with this song, but it sounds like it got fucked up. Like, let's be real. It sounds like the bass is gone, it got all filtered out, but then the sub is still there, but like all of the 100, 200, like that whole area of the record is missing. There's nothing there, which is really awkward to listen to. It feels like awkward, like it's just not, especially when you come into this chorus and like guitars and everything are going, there's no like punch or fullness. It's like everything in the top, which is like I'd say 1K, 1.5K up, and then like you're missing all of the mid-range and all the low mids, and then you bring back like some of the subby like 60 hertz area. Like it's really weird. This is an awkward mix and master. Probably the most awkward mix and master I've heard in a while. And I don't know if like you're just like hearing things the wrong way in your room, or I don't know what's going on, but this is crazy shit. And it's hard because like here's the thing, like a lot of people like to act like mixing and mastering doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. I mix myself. I can do it myself. Bro, like this is a dope record, but the mix and master shits on the record. It makes it like, this isn't cool. Like people just won't listen to this. They'll be like, there's something wrong with this song, and they'll skip it. They won't know why. Most people won't know why. I mean, a lot of you guys would know why because you're musicians or you're, you know, producers or engineers, but most people wouldn't know why they don't like this. They're just going to be like, I don't like this. It's so weird. It feels weird on my ears. So yeah, mix and master like is so necessary for this. And I mean, the best advice I can give you if you're trying really hard to just mix it yourself and save money and work on it for 20, 30, 40 hours, like, cool, go for it. If you're learning the art and you want to be a mixing engineer, you know, you really want to learn that skill set, is you need to pay attention to what's happening in the frequency ranges. And a really good example of this is, like, really, really simple and basic example of this is just open this track in Logic or Pro Tools or whatever DAW or software you use, and you can put on like a multi-band compressor, right? And I'm going to show you exactly what I would do to find out what's missing in this record. I mean, you can look at a visualizer, frequency response on an EQ or something, and you can see right away what's being scooped out of the record that just doesn't make sense. But if you're learning mixing and you're trying to get better at mixing and making sonic imprints more on purpose, you know, like I did this on purpose with my art, because I know you didn't make this sound like this on purpose. You're probably trying to make it sound really good and full and like big and exciting, but it's not, because it's missing all the mids. So the mid-range is where all that magic is, right? So what I recommend you do is you take the song and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Grab it, put it into Logic or whatever DAW. And then, wait, okay, yeah, stereo control. Keep track. You have edited. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I don't know why Logic does that. Just fucking do it. Don't tell me. I don't need to ask a question about if I need that to be stereo. All right, so I'm going to go to where it's really rocking right here, right? And I'm going to show you how you can see what's missing, like very, very simply. Directly on the track, you can put like a multi-band compressor, multi-band limiter or something on there, right? Like I'd use like the L3 or something from Waves. You know, something like that you can like automatically see what's going on. So there's the L3 multi, right? So it's like a multi-band processor, and you could solo out the bands, and that's what I would do. Like I'm going to solo out everything from 16 to 64, 65 hertz. Like just check this out. And like right away, you're going to perceive, holy shit, listen to how loud the bands are at the very top. They're so loud. And then listen to how low they are at the very bottom. Like I'm going to solo out just the very top and the two bottoms, and just listen to the A, B of those. It's just all scooped up and so weird sounding. And that's a way I do it, like just so I can really hear, like, and compare records that you really like. Like put a record in here that you really like and then do the same thing and figure out like how much is coming through from the 60, 70 hertz to 270. Like what does that sound like on a record you love, right? Like do you hear the vocal in there? Do you hear the kick drum? Do you hear the bass, etc.? And a lot of people mix with their eyes as well because it's 2023, and that's a good way to do it. And I always put it on the actual keyboard so I can see the notes. And like if I know what scale it's in, like what key the record's in, I like to see where the fundamentals are, right? And then I can figure out the harmonics and shit. But you can do the same thing with an EQ. You can kind of see what's missing and what's been scooped. So right away, did you notice on the EQ, this whole area is missing. It's all cut out. And then all this down here is missing. But then this area is like really loud. So it's almost like your curve is like going up. And I know I'm going really deep on this song, but you guys, I'm trying to help you guys. everybody here, not just this dude. These are like fundamentally what you look at and listen for in a record is the frequency response, right? Like it's very, very important. How do you want the record to make you feel? And this record is missing all of the low mids. It's been completely destroyed here. And it's been boosted and processed so much on the top that it just sounds like shit. Like straight up sounds like shit. So you gotta really like figure this stuff out. And I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna boost up this area that's missing just so you can hear how much it changes. Now, obviously, I'm clipping the shit out of Logic, which doesn't really matter. If you guys know anything about clipping in Logic, it's a 64-bit mixer, okay? And you can't even clip these plugins. It's damn near impossible. But just putting that in there, you hear like all of a sudden the fullness of the record and it pushes forward out of the speakers a little bit. So that's what it's missing. And obviously, you wouldn't just like throw an EQ on this. Like this is not, I'm not telling you like, if your record sounds like that, throw a Pro Q3 on it and boost the shit out of what's missing. Like that's not what I'm saying here, but understand the concept there. Okay. And, that's what it's missing. And that's what's going on with this. It's super, super scooped out. Sounds like it got way over processed. Cool. You know what? You should pick up my Room on a Budget masterclass and fucking tune your room and move your speakers around and figure it out. Like, that's what you should do. That's what I would do if I were you. All right, let it go. Drop disco. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first couple hits are out of time, which that irks me like crazy. And if you're going to make a record, it sounds full right away, but it's like the kick drum, the bass, the guitars, it's not locked in. So you got to lock the rhythm in, especially right off the bat. Like it's already off time. Yo, am I tripping or is like this whole thing just out of time? You know what I would check? And this happens a lot, man. Like, I would check your buses and like your routing and make sure you're not using any plugins that are causing delay. Especially if you're in Pro Tools, this happens a lot. It happens in Logic too. But delay compensation stuff for mastering plugins. Like when you put a mastering plugin on a mix, like on a bus, like on a group, like all drums or like a vocal mix, right? And something gets delayed at a time, throws everything off. And I feel like your drums are off. That's the problem. Like the drums are like ahead of everything and the timing is weird and the pocket's not locked. And then the vocalist isn't locked to the pocket. So what I would do is I'd lock in my timing. I would spend a lot of time like understanding what I'm trying to go for. It's not easy to play music. That's straight up. You guys, look, I understand that. I've been doing this for most of my life. I've been doing music longer than I haven't been doing music, and it's not fucking easy. Like everyone wants to make it out to be so easy. Like, yeah, man, you just gotta, you throw loops together and you can make music too. It's like, No, there's a lot to it. You know, there's pocket, there's timing, there's tonalities and timbres, and like the vocal in this is getting stomped on by the guitar tone. The pocket's unlocked. The bass is floppy and it's not defined, and I don't even know what the bass is doing. It's like it's just like rumbly. There's just so many issues, and making records is not like, it's not an instant button. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, boop, okay, it's all locked and it's all perfect. Like, you really got to spend time and listen and feel and take the music and put it somewhere else. Like, I do that all the time. I just finished my mix on this song, What If, that I'm dropping, right? And I probably made like 50 bounces, right? Because they were like little tiny things. And then I would check it on these headphones, right? And then I would go check it in the car. And then I would check it in the other room on the Bluetooth speaker. And a lot of times when I'm checking, I'm like checking for feel. Like, does this feel right? Like, if I'm just listening, like casually, like if I play it in the car as I'm driving or whatever, do I fuck with this? Is it bopping? You know? And then if I'm like in a different mood in the morning and I come into the studio and it's like under a magnifying glass, is there something wrong? Do I have a P or an S or something that's like irking my ear? So you got to really you got to dial in, you got to hunt down shit. And then you also got to step away and feel shit. And a lot of people don't do that in music. Like, a lot of people will just like sit in front of the speakers and try to get it perfect, right? And they'll edit and they'll edit and they'll punch and they'll punch and they'll punch their vocals and they'll do all this stuff that they've been taught online and by YouTubers and shit. And then they won't spend the time to like step back from it and just throw it on a Bluetooth speaker or throw it on your earpods, right? Like, go on your AirPods and just fucking work out to it. You know, just throw it into a mix in a shuffle of music that you already fuck with. You know what I mean? You have to really step back and do the feel check and the vibe check, not just the technical right in front of shit. Like, really, you know, oh, is that right? Is the kick drum? I gotta get that EQ. Like, no, bro, like, does it feel good? Listen to it against some records that you love. Is the pocket off? Is the timing off? Does it make you feel weird? You know, that's all shit that you got to spend a lot of time on. And it's not easy. This is like always going to be something that you're going to be chasing down. And the technology's changing and it's going to keep changing. And that's going to change the way that we make music and how people trust the technology so much. Like, fuck, people won't, like, they trust AI so much. Like, they'll write songs with like Chat GPT and the songs sound like shit. Like, bro, that doesn't sound human at all. Like, even those lyrics are lame as fuck, but you just went with it because you trust the technology. You know, the auto master on Isotope, that's my number one thing that people are like, I trust AI, I trust technology. It's like, bro, don't give so much to technology. You got to be kidding me. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, try to be human for a second. Like, step back. How does it make you feel? Does it make you want to party? Does it make you want to, you know, have fun? Does it make you want to make love? Like, what is it? All right, moving on. I digress. Falling for Me, Tony Harmon. Let's get it. Please be dope.
I can see you're falling for me. Yes, I can see you're falling for me. Keep falling, falling, everything, falling, falling. Falling, every single moment that you're falling for me makes the dream I dream of you into reality. Every single moment that you're falling for me, I'm falling for you. I can see your eyes on me. Yes, I can see your eyes on me. Keep falling, falling, of you into reality. Every single moment that you're falling for me, I'm falling for you.
All right, so let's not focus on production with this one or mix or any of that shit because it sounds like a demo. So I'm going to focus mainly on songwriting on this one, okay? And hopefully that'll help, right? Because this is a demo. It's like 2 guitars and a vocal, right? And the vocal has like, it's completely unedited. There's like, it's like he's eating a sandwich while he's singing sort of thing. So I can tell it's mainly he's focusing on the songwriting on this. Repetition, very important, right? So when you come into this new falling thing, it's like different than this falling thing in the beginning. And I'm like, where's the hook? Where is the chorus? Like, which part is the chorus? Because it's not repetitive enough in that sense, but it's way too repetitive with the word falling. Like, fuck off with the falling. Like, no offense, Tony. Sometimes it's just the way I talk, okay? So I'm not trying to, like, you know, tell you personally to fuck off. But, like, at the end of the day, like, falling. Like, the whole song can't be falling, okay? Like, let's just quickly boom, boom, boom around this record, and you'll hear what I'm saying.
You're falling for, I'm falling for your eyes on me. Your eyes on me. Every single moment that you're falling for me. Every single moment that you're falling for me. You're falling. Keep falling.
All right, so like when you repeat a word so much, it loses its meaning. And the issue with that is that the record's called Falling for Me. And like the impact of falling for me is just like gone, right? Like, especially if you got, what is this, almost 3 minutes long. It's like a 3-minute song with like, I don't know, you would count how many times you say falling in it. It's probably over a dozen times, which is crazy, right? So you just got to be really, really careful with like, especially when it's said in the same cadence, falling for me. Every single you're falling. Like it's so much of that it's like, what does that even mean anymore? You know what I mean? It's like you're at a coffee shop and you're like, it's open mic night and you're like, when is this song over? Is he going to keep going? You know what I mean? And I'm really not trying to hate on you at all. Like, I'm just saying, like, with songwriting, you have to save the part that's like the part. And falling for me is like the part. So, like, have that be the part. So everything around that shouldn't be talking about falling. It should talk about getting up to the point where that person's falling for you. And you should tell stories around how that happens. And I don't know, like it just doesn't, it's losing its meaning to me from a songwriting perspective, an arrangement perspective, where you're just saying falling. Every moment you're falling for me. And it's like, oh, God damn, okay. Yo, thank you. Unite America, unite. Appreciate you, man. That means a lot. $10 super chat, appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting the live song reviews. It means a lot. I love doing these with you guys. And obviously I'm going in deep tonight. It's because I just had a bunch of Girl Scout cookies and some coffee. So it's like, what do you want from me? All right. So that's kind of my advice on this one. I think it's, you got a cool voice. It reminds me of Future Islands. If you've ever heard that band, the lead singer of that, he's got kind of a really unique voice like this, kind of like, you know, really dramatic. And I like that, like Morrissey kind of vibes. But yeah, overall, it's just like about arrangement and about lyrics and songwriting and you know, just getting things like structured and telling the story better. So I won't give you production and like mixing notes and shit because it's like 2 guitars and a vocal. All right, let's move on. Since You Put Me Down, mix 1 James F. A. Whaley Jr. All right, long ass titles. Yo, hold up. Yo, thank you so much, High Five. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Falling. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. All right, so first note, your drums aren't knocking. They're getting choked out, which means you got to slow down on the attack on your compressor, maybe speed up on the release a little bit, okay? With that kick drum especially, it's getting choked, killing the transient.
Your chest, my love, I don't know why. All you wanna do is take me through some changes.
All right, compress your vocal so we can actually hear it and it's not going, why you change? Because like it's like going loud and like really quiet and it's like, where'd he go? And then he's here, it's gone out, you know? So use a compressor, compress your vocal.
Try to rise above these tears I cry. Seems like I would have learned by now and just said goodbye. Yeah. All I wanted was to love you, stand beside you, trusted and true. But you turned my world upside down. How can you just leave me spinning around?
All right, so I can hear where you're at. You're pretty new to production and recording and all that stuff. You got tuning issues there. Those are like out of key right there. If you're going to sing like that, you should try and tune your vocals a little bit. I just recommend it, man. Even if you don't like the sound of auto-tune or whatever, like you should still tune them because them being out of tune is way worse than them being in tune with an auto-tune effect, right? Yeah, this song is just like really sounds like it's in the beginning stages of someone producing, writing, recording. You're probably in your first couple years here, is what I'm kind of noticing. I would say overall, just make a lot of songs, right? And compare your songs to other people's songs that you really like and that you think are good. Like, yo, this production's really dope. This is a decorated producer, songwriter, etc. Babyface, whatever it might be. You know, even then it's like that's a dated sound, but like really start to dial in on listening to references and listening to what is different about your track compared to those references. Overall, the beat on this is like really, really just sounds like, I don't want to be like mean, so I'm trying to find the right words. It sounds like very new, right? Like someone brand new at producing made the beat, right? And then someone brand new at recorded on this, and someone brand new at writing songs started writing a song on this. You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of like new things, like red flags for me that I hear throughout this. So I just think you gotta like put in the work and put in the numbers. And I noticed this song's 5 minutes and 21 seconds long, which means you probably need to focus more on like making mini songs rather than like making one song that's 5 minutes and 21 seconds that you're really working on. I would just keep making records, you know, like keep making songs. However you did this, do it again, do it again, do it again. Learn a little bit. Like I'm saying, like use a compressor right. Learn how to use a compressor. I mean, I have a YouTube channel literally with tons and over almost 1,000 videos where I talk about compressing and drum compression and mixing and producing and all that stuff. So there's plenty of information out there to help you. So just like dive in, watch a little bit, apply it, make another song. You know what I mean? Watch a little bit, learn a little bit, get a masterclass, you know, like learn, produce, learn, make, and just keep doing that. That's my best advice that I would give to you. Listen to Queen. Listen to Queen, please. Oh yeah, no, it's cool. You're part of the roundtable, man. I'll jump the line for you. It's called Queen by Eric Duncan. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's a damn long one. It's too long. Yeah, so vocal presence, obviously, vocals are really covered. So that's going to be like, that's compression, right? Like you need to put the compressor on the vocals so we're not losing it. Yeah, mixing vocals to a beat masterclass. That's a great one, right? Like that'll really teach you how to make your vocals, stand out on a record. But yeah, that's really all I got for that one because it's like very much in the new stages. All right. Let's listen to Queen, Crankworthy Music, film score demo. If it's a film score, I'm not going to review it. So hopefully this has lyrics and vocals on it. I think I've made that pretty clear.
It and a horse and buggy. If you had a horse and buggy, tell me, would you travel the smooth paved road or walk the rough path of gravel? Would you stop for some tea or take a sip from the raindrops? Keep me in your heart and that will surely make the pain stop. Sing a song aloud, just enough that I can hear it. And as you're on your quest, see the nature as my spirit. The cool breeze in the air is my personality. My face shines upon the moon, use that for analogy. Patiently I'll wait, think of you as the wind blows. Every 20 seconds I'll be peeping out the window. Imagine you here next to me, though I can't relax. I can't wait to cuddle close and rub upon your back. Listen to some music that relates to our lives. Absorb the summer breeze beneath the tree feeling high. But even if it seems that this dream is obscene, these are the things I do for you if you were my queen.
If I was your queen, would you be my king? I would climb the mountain, would you cross the deepest sea? If I was your queen, you would be my king. You would climb the mountain, I would swim the deepest seas. If I was your queen, would you be my king? I would climb the mountain, would you cross the deepest seas? If I was your queen, you would be my.
Okay, so overall, cut the intro down like crazy. Like it's almost 30 seconds long. No one's going to listen to that. I think like that'll just be like, what is this? I thought it was an instrumental at first, bro. Like I was like, what? What are we listening to, a beat? Like what the fuck is this shit? So like, yeah, 30 seconds. Like, come on, man. And then you got vocals that come in that are super like artsy and super like mixed really weird, right? Like you got the double thing going on and they're pretty sibilant. Like they're pretty harsh sounding. I would make them thicker. The whole track kind of sounds like it's been over processed to me. It sounds like you're just doing way too much. Like you have a saturator, you got a widener effect on there, you got like limiting, you got compressors, you got EQs, you got all sorts of crazy shit going on. So that's the first thing like I would look at, like back off, back off, back off. And a lot of times like when you first start getting into sonics and like, sound design and mixing and all this shit and producing, you overdo everything. You're like, dude, look at all these tools I got. I got a fucking, I got a computer filled with plugins. Like, so you just go crazy with it. Oh yeah, I was recorded in 97. There you go. Well, and that's the thing. Like if I listen to shit I did in 97, it's going to sound like pretty much like shit too. So yeah, it's part of learning and training the ear. Like, oh shit, this is really thin sounding. The low end's not hitting. Where's the sub at? Like this is supposed to be like a deep, like impactful, groovy, kind of bubbly, like dark kind of thing. But there's no like sub, there's no low end, there's no punch, there's no impact, right? So that's a big thing. And then the vocals, the female vocals, they're like coming in and out, which means they got like phaser, they got weird effects on it that are fucking with the vocal. Like that may be a parallel effect or something, right? So overall, it's just like the way that it's mixed sounds crazy to me. It sounds like, what the fuck, I was on a tape recorder in 97. Yeah, same. So I had like a 4-track Tascam. It was like a 4-track recorder with the little, the cassette tape, and then it had the 4 faders. So for sure, like we just made everything sound, either muffly. It was like everything, all of our band practice were like, or it's like way too bright and crazy sounding because someone got a hold of an EQ. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, hopefully that helps. I mean, overall, it's like hard because if you want to go back on this one, that's what I do. I cut down the beginning and I would remix the whole thing. Like I would like back off all the processing. I'd bring the body back into the mix. I'd bring the low mids, all that shit back into the mix because it's lacking all that stuff. It's missing that stuff, which makes it doesn't have that impact. It doesn't have that like low end effect that you really want in a record like that, because that's where the depth is, that's where the punch, and like when you use like low mids and mid range, it pushes things forward, right? But then if you use like like 500 hertz to like 800 hertz, you can kind of tuck things back and make depth happen, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of different like things that we do with frequencies and how we tweak time and shit. But yeah, let's do a couple more here. I got Yes, I'm Crazy by Fred Gregory. Let's get into it. Hey, and thanks for showing up, guys. Thanks for coming through on a Monday. Really appreciate you guys. I am going to show you a little sneak peek of a song I'm dropping actually on the 28th of this month. So I'm pretty hyped about it, and I'll play it for you guys, whoever's left on the show. Let's listen to Fred here. Yo, hold up. Tim Horton in the house. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Seriously. Girl Scout cookies are making Brad all soft these days. Yeah, you're used to this. This fucking sucks. Skip. Bro, I'm telling you, man, like I try to just go with how I feel in the moment, you know what I mean? And I don't know, like Easter Sunday was yesterday, and now it's like Easter Monday, you know what I mean? So like I just been like feeling a lot of like gratefulness, you know what I'm saying? So I just like I don't know, I just ebb and flow, bro. Like I'm a human. I guess sometimes I'm like in a mood where I'm like I'm gonna tell you exactly what the shit this is. This sucks, you know? You suck. But sometimes I'm like, man, I want to actually like help and really go into detail with feedback and stuff. And you know how it goes, man. This is how it is. But I really appreciate it, man. All this support, you guys, like it goes right to the channel. It goes to helping you guys back. Like I got some cool shit coming out. Like for NAMM, I'm gonna be dropping some cool content with Autotune and Antares and stuff. And I'm really excited to drop that stuff and show you guys stuff and do all this content. But man, I have been busy doing work as well. You know, like I have clients, I'm making records, all that stuff. So I want to be able to hang out and like do these live streams, and I want to hang out with you guys and I want to help you guys, you know, but I can't always do all that shit for free. Like it doesn't work. Like naturally I can't do it. Like it's like me asking you, hey, you guys take your day off, take the day off from work, even though you got to pay your fucking bills, like, and do a live stream and give us some content. Like, it's like, no, I can't do that. Not all the time. Yo, unite, America, unite. Man, you guys are going to blow up this live stream. Now I'm going to play you the whole song. I'm going to have to play you the whole song for What If. And I'm going to give anyone that's like donated tonight for the super chat, I'm going to give you guys a download of the song for free before the release and everything. So just send me an email. Like, honestly, I love it. I love it. This is going to be the biggest live stream super chat that I've ever had in the history of doing all these live song reviews. And remember, you guys, I've been doing live song reviews for like well over 3 years. I don't think people really get that. Like, I've been building this YouTube page for over 6 years. All right. So like I've spent so much money on making content that's completely free. So I really, really appreciate it when you guys donate. So thank you. High five. Thank you. Without Days. That's what's up. I'm just a broke student. I appreciate that, man. Like, you know, buy me a coffee. That's what it is, man. I really appreciate it. Tim Horton, that's huge, man. You guys don't have to donate that much. And Unite, America Unite. Like, you guys are too good to me. That's too much. Like, hit me up. I'm gonna give you something back too. Like, I'll get you a masterclass or two. Like, let me know, all right? I wanna help. Like, I wanna give back. Like, that's why I do this shit. Or else I would just be making music on my own and like working a day job or like, you know, becoming a lawyer or some shit. All right, let's keep listening to Fred here. I feel bad I stopped in the middle of his shit. But you guys were blowing me up.
And that was far as I could see. It's the only thing that keeps me free. And it's the only way I wanna be. And it makes me smile.
All right, you guys are making me blush over here. Like I'm getting warm, man. James always showing up. I told you, James, I owe you a call, man. Like, let's do an hour. Let's do a Zoom call. I want to catch up, bro. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Seriously. And I'm gonna get you that song too. Anyone that donates even $1 like tonight for this, I'm gonna give you a download for the latest record that drops. And I've spent well over a year on this record, so really, really hyped for it. I'm gonna play it on the live stream too for you guys, so don't worry. If you don't got any money, you don't want to donate, that's cool too. Like, I'm still gonna give you a ton of free shit, all right? Because I love you guys, I really do. And I always see the same people showing up, by the way. So I'll pay attention, just so you guys know.
Searching in my soul, it's my goal, it's my one desire. Walking to the beat and my feet feel like they're on fire. So these roads all look the same. Oh yeah, but this is where I play the game. And I know there's no one else to blame, but I keep my smile. And I reach out for the stars with the music in my head. And I wish that you were here holding my hand. I'm crazy, I know. Yes, I'm crazy. Thinking of the times you and we would dance all night.
Yo, you guys are killing it. Drew, what's up, man? Fuck. You guys are so nice. I don't know, man. Monday's just you guys feeling like just giving, man. I appreciate this. This is crazy. Yeah. Thank you, Grant. Man, wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, you're gonna get the track. Definitely. Yeah, not bad, right? Okay, so I wanna give this a little bit of a review because I'm like I'm just kinda like taking aside a little bit from all the super chats. You guys are crazy, man. Like I've literally never had a live stream with that many super chats. Like, amount or not, like how many people have super chatted, that's fucking crazy. You guys are crazy. All right, so with this track, Fred, here's the thing. I like it. I just think it sounds really like old school, but not like modern old school, if that makes sense. And you got some really cool melodies in here. Like, it sounds like you got some cool synths and stuff, but like the drums, they're just like not fresh enough, you know? Like, there's certain things about it that just aren't fresh. They just sound kind of like they're straight out of 1980s, right? And it's like a program synth kind of thing. Your melodies, like, I want more repetition and more different cadence and stuff. And I really like this part. I thought this part had a really cool riff in it.
And I know there's no one else to blame.
Like that shit, you got to repeat that, you know? Like I think that's like the thing that catches me is when you go up. And I reach out for the stars. I'm crazy. Like I like that. That shit's tight as hell. Like you should repeat that. Like try to make that the hook, so it's a little bit more catchy and a little bit more repetition, right? Yeah, it definitely has. That's what I was like, bro, I'm trying to put my finger on it. What is the vibe here? And it's totally you too. Like, I'm like, oh, that's what it is. It's Bono, right? Like, reach out for the stars. Like, definitely. I could hear Bono singing that for sure. Oliver, yeah. A little bit of that for sure. But yeah, like, I like it. I just think like drums can be freshened up. They can switch up on parts. The synth, I think the bass is the part that's like really just sounds really dated. Oh yeah, and the ARP, like the like that is just like, I don't know. I would find a cooler way to ARP and maybe screw that ARP up and make it just a little bit more like wavy or like filter it or something, you know? Like just update the production. But yeah, man, like this could be a dope track. I think overall the melodies just feel like they're just kind of running, if that makes sense. Like you're trying to like grab a melody, you're trying to find a melody, you're trying to find a lick. But it's like you'll find a lick and then you won't stick on it. You'll be like, oh, now I'm going to travel over here and I'm going to keep going. And yeah, like melodies like that for me aren't sticky. Like where they're just like, oh, and da 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 da. Like what? Like get a little bit more repetitive with the melodies, and I think it'll get a lot stickier. And yeah, oh, that's a great idea. Great idea, Eric. Like replace the ARP with acoustic guitar, and maybe even if the acoustic guitar is like it's like an acoustic guitar ARPing, but then you also like layer that with another thing. Maybe even electric guitar, like a muted, you know. I don't know. That'd be too fast, I feel like. But yeah, it's cool, man. Like, I like the track. I just think that there's like, you're just kind of like wishy-washy and I don't know. I'm not like grasping onto a melody, onto a structure, onto a thing that you want us to listen to and like be into, you know what I mean? I don't know. But that's what I got for you on this one. Overall, update the sounds, update the synths, do some like filtering, do some like sound design on it, drums, update the drums, find a melody and repeat it, get a little bit more repetitive with the cadences and things. And yeah, just define the parts a little bit more so we know where we're at. Like, is this the verse? Is this the chorus? Where are we at? You know? And the vocals, I agree. That's probably the strongest part of the song is like your singing is really beautiful. Like you have a beautiful voice. And like I can hear an accent in there and stuff, which is really cool. It makes it a little bit more unique as well. All right, I'm going to play What If track I'm dropping on the 28th. If you guys want to pre-save it, you can. And that would be awesome. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, pre-save my song, bro, pre-save my song. But if you really want to pre-save it and you want to show a little support, I'll drop the link here on the chat so you guys can pre-save it. And it always helps. Like it always helps any artist if you pre-save the song because, you know, that way the day of the release, it kind of triggers Spotify and says, hey, people like this song. A lot of people have pre-saved it. You know what I mean? And we should add it to other playlists and like help it get some more exposure and stuff like that. So that's really what it is for. So there's the link for you guys. And I really appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody coming through. And, you know, I try my best to give you guys like real good feedback, not just like, hey, man, that song sucks. You know what I mean? Or, man, that song's good. That's dope. That's fresh. You know, I really want you to like walk away from this and be like, yo, I got something out of that. I'm going to go make my song better, you know? All right. So I'm going to play this song for you. I'm going to give you a little taste of what's coming. Nobody's heard this version, by the way. This is absolutely nobody in the world besides me has heard this song in its current form. So here it is for you guys on the live stream and the very first time ever in the world. This is a song I've worked on for well over a year, and I'm still not completely satisfied, but it's coming out, baby. Whether I like it or not. You know what I mean? All right, here you go. What if?
You got me wanting to walk up, baby, 'cause your eyes are on me like crazy, and I'm wondering what a night would be with you. I'm almost on already. Girl, you got me hypnotized. The guy you giddy and up all night. This feels like something that could be a lot more. What if you wanted me the way I want you? Wanted me the way I want you. What if you wanted me the way I want you? Wanted me the way I want you. Wow. You got everything I want, never want me to take you out. 'Cause you hate crowds. Can we stay in all night and make out? We're almost gone already. This bottle's got us hot and heavy, and just one more sip might change the mood. This feels like something that could be a lot more. What if you wanted me the way I want you? Wanted me the way I want you. What if you wanted me the way I want you? Wanted me the way I want you. I want you. This feels like something that could be a lot more. What if you wanted me the way I want you? Wanted me the way I want you. What if you wanted me the way I want you? Wanted me the way I want you. I want you.
There it is. What if? Coming out on the 28th. Love you guys. Thank you so much for pre-saving and showing love on the channel. All that shit. I'm going to keep working on records for y'all. I'm working on records with a bunch of people like in this chat and on these lives and shit. So I appreciate all y'all. And we're going to make some hits. We're going to make some bangers. This year's going to be crazy, man. All right. Y'all have a good Monday. Happy Easter.